So here's the truth about trading AMC. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and I'm actually very excited to film this video. These are one of my favorite videos to share on my YouTube channel because it's not just talking about my trading, but it's really just talking about kind of that thought, that back-end thought process of why it is and how it is that we choose to take advantage of an opportunity. Now, please make sure that you watch the entire video before commenting, and I really hope that this could shed some light on my intention and the reason I do what it is that I do when it comes down to not just AMC, but the series of different trades that I take. One of the first things that I want to start off with is that, you know, as of right now, I'm holding 2,000 shares like I showed you guys in 2 days ago's video of AMC, right? So AMC pushed up a little bit yesterday. I pulled back a little bit today. I hold 2,000 shares, and if you do the math, 2,000 shares, a little bit over 2,000 shares, is nearly $100,000. Now, the reason I'm sharing that with you is, yes, it's not as much as I was holding or trading with a couple days ago, right? But it's because I viewed AMC to be overbought. I saw some pullback potential, but guess what? You know, I personally want AMC to blow up. I would love the squeeze to happen, right? As everyone keeps saying. But it's not about, you know, this is kind of like the whole purpose of this video. Regardless of what my intention is, right? With what I choose to do with AMC, my focus on the YouTube channel is to share an unbiased opinion on when I view a stock to be oversold and overbought, and how I would approach this if I was a beginner, right? Because the people that are watching my videos are more often than not either people that just like my videos and or people that are just getting started. And I was kind of wondering why, like, how other people were talking about AMC and why there was such a, like, I don't want to say backlash, but a lot of negative comments, as I'm sure you guys have seen. Anytime I talk about AMC in a not positive way. I don't ever bash AMC. All I ever talk about is, you know, when it was approaching that $50 resistance level just a couple days ago, I said that, you know, hey, I'm selling a majority of my shares here, but guess what? I'm still holding 2,000 shares. That's nearly $100,000. It's probably more than 90% of the people watching this video. And I say that for the idea of, like, I have a lot of money still on the line with AMC. Like, I want it to blow up. I would love to see AMC to go up to highs of $100, right? But it is my job as not just a trader, but as someone that is here to lead by example with my Learn, Plan, Profit team, and for everyone that chose to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that regardless of what is in my personal best interest, to share previous resistance levels and not just glorify an opportunity, but make sure that I always talk about the risk involved. And when I took time to watch other people's videos on, like, you know, I want to get a better understanding on the why behind people's comments. Of, like, why are they so certain that this squeeze is going to happen? This whole AMC movement, if I'm not mistaken, started late 2020. It is almost late 2021. And all I still see in almost every single video, it's just like, you know, we're about to take off, the squeeze is about to happen, hold in there. It's this, like, super naive mindset of, like, oh, it has to happen. Shorts haven't covered. And regardless of what your intention is, like, this about to happen, it's almost been a year. What do you mean it's about to? I get annoyed when, you know, my flight gets delayed 1 hour. I had a conversation with the Learn, Plan, Profit team this morning where it's like, what do you mean it's about to happen? It's almost been a year. And it's pulled back from $70 down to $28 a share. What do you mean it's about to happen? Nothing has changed. If anything, there's less hype and less momentum with AMC now than we experienced last year. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because now it makes sense on why people are so, like, negative in the comment section, because all you've been fed is that AMC has to blow up. I don't know if you have any experience in the stock market, but nothing has to happen. And that's what I'm here to share on my channel. The way that I trade is, and I'm sorry that this doesn't, you know, resonate well with the beginner traders, but I know there's risk involved with every trade. And when I see people comment, no, AMC is not a risky trade. No, AMC, like, what do you mean? It's cheap at $40 a share. Fundamentally, no, it's not. Fundamentally, it was just trading at $10, $5 a share. What do you mean it's cheap? It is, AMC is all based off of momentum and technicals. Yes, it is for a movement, and if that's how you see it, great. But you have to understand that not everyone has the same plan as you. My job, regardless of my personal best interest, right? I'm still holding 2,000 shares. I want AMC to squeeze. I want to be holding so many shares for the heck of it, right? It's like, I would love to see it hit highs of $100 a share. I want all of you guys to be able to, achieve this like squeeze so you guys can all lock in profits. It would be lovely. It would be super amazing. It would be a once in a lifetime trade. I think we can all agree on that. That's probably the only thing that we can all agree on. Other than that, that's why I have 2,000 shares. In comparison to when it was at $30 a share, I had 10,000 shares. So my job on YouTube is not to share what I hope happens. My job on YouTube and with Learn Plan Profit is not to share what I want to happen. My job is to share an unbiased opinion on the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So loading off, reducing my share position, right? Reducing my position size at these overbought levels as we approach $50, but still leaving 2,000 shares, because if AMC does skyrocket, I want some skin in the game. I want to partake in that. But the reason I share that resistance level is for everyone that's just getting started to not be surprised if AMC does pull back, because now I understand by every other person that talks about AMC, all they ever talk about is how glorious AMC is and how amazing this opportunity is and how it's about to happen. Newsflash, it's been a year. It's almost been a year, and it has not happened. And more often than not, people are getting wrecked on AMC. And I would rather lead by example, and regardless of what's in my personal best interest based off of my open position of 2,000 shares on AMC, I would rather share with beginner traders and encourage them that if they do agree with that resistance level, that maybe reducing their position size in case it does pull back, to be aware of that. At the end of the day, I never encourage people to buy. I never encourage people to sell. I like making people aware of opportunities and risk involved. That is my job, to present an unbiased opinion regardless of my personal best interest. And that's what I've done from the very beginning. There has not been one video, regardless of this AMC movement, there has not been one video that I ever encourage people to buy, encourage people to sell, of what my personal best interest might be. Even when I'm trading Tesla and I have nearly $1 million worth of Tesla stock, and it's super overbought, and guess what? I'm still holding. But I'm encouraging others that, hey, we're at overbought levels. It would make sense on why it would pull back. So if you want to lock in profits, it would make sense. I would rather you be more conservative as a beginner trader, because guess what? I know that you're just getting started. The position size that you're trading with right now is not what you could be trading with 5 or 10 years from now. But if you have that hopeful mindset, if you have that hopeful mentality of like, it has to play out this way, the squeeze has to happen, Tesla has to hit highs and blow up, then more often than not, from experience, that's all I'm speaking from, you can share in the comment section, it will pull back. And you will regret not locking in profits. You will regret not being able to sell back at that previous level, because now you have no money to buy the dip, and now you're just sitting on your hands, praying and hoping it recovers. And it is one of the worst feelings. And it will discourage you to ever take another position again, because you feel the stock market is rigged. But guess what? It's the simple things in life that people tend to overcomplicate, and locking in profits and risk management is one of them. There's no exception to that. So I'm sorry that you get triggered when I encourage people to be aware of a resistance level. I'm sorry that it bothers you, but guess what? My best interest when it comes down to my channel is to make sure that I lead by example, not to be something that directly benefits me or this so-called movement. It is great. It is so amazing to see people are so passionate about the stock market. And a lot of the things that I'm hearing in the comments are like, we're here to stick it to the people in Wall Street. They've been doing this for years. They've been doing this since the very beginning, for decades. Dude, you've been trading since 2020. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's just, this is how I know that like you're just being fed from all these other videos on how and why AMC has to blow up. Nothing has to happen, and I'm sorry, it's just a realistic approach. I hope it does. I hope it does, but hope is a horrible way to approach the market. I have some skin in the game for AMC, so if it does blow up, I can partake in that. But position size risk management is so important, and I'm never afraid to lock in profits, and you should never be afraid to do so either. At the end of the day, do today what's in your future self's best interest. Because if AMC crashes, I'm not saying it will, but if it does, no one's going to cover your pockets. No one's going to cover your losses. You know, it's do what's best for your future self. If you're trading with a small dollar amount today, you know, stay well balanced. Have enough money in the market that you feel motivated, but not so much that you become an emotional mess. It's something we've said from the very beginning. I just hope that this can shed some light on how I feel and why it is what I do with AMC. I'm all for it. I'd love to see it blow up, just like all of you guys. I'm just not blindsided about this movement. I'm just not sold on this movement. I treat it as what it is to me, and that's a trade. There's so many different ways on how to trade in the stock market. Don't think that there's one way or the highway, because that's some of the mindset that I see a lot of people talking about in the comment section, that if you're not with us, you're against us. If that's how you want to approach life, I wish you the best, but it ain't going to be pretty, because you know it never works out that way. So I hope and wish you guys the absolute best. I hope AMC breaks out. Again, I still have my 2,000 shares and I'm down a little bit today, just like I was up a little bit yesterday. It's part of the process. If you can't tolerate the pullbacks, then don't take advantage of a risky trade. It's that simple. So I hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. We have a free Facebook group. If you like the way that I break things down and my thought process, click that first link down below and you can join over 300,000 people within our free Facebook group. As well as, if you'd like to see me trade live every single day, I trade live literally every single day. I'm one of the few people that do so. And if you'd like to get a taste of what it's like to see that, click the second link down below and I'll see you on Monday at Market Open. Until then, like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.